I'm gonna try to make this quick video about dating. Things that I see women do a lot when they first meet a guy. I want to say it's the things they really shouldn't be doing, and just try to help a little bit. First thing I notice that really ticks me off: stop worrying about who the next chick is. Because understand that if you meet a man that looks like something, he has a job, he has a crib, he's independent, he's basically a real man, you're not the only woman that's interested in him, most likely. And, when you go on a job interview, you don't ask the employer about all the other applicants. When you go on an interview, the interview is to put yourself in the best position to get the position, and it's called an interview process, aka dating, So if you go in there and you're asking more questions about the other people that apply for the job rather than showing what you bring to the table and how you're the best fit for the company, employer going to pick up on that and think you're not secure enough in your own abilities to get this position because you're so worried about the next. Most likely you won't get the job. Then there's still a probation period after you get it, because 90 days is enough time for you to fuck up, for you to show that you have an attitude problem, to show that you're late all the time, to show that you're insecure, to show that you're not good under pressure. So you still, even after you get the job, it's a matter of being consistent. Stop worrying about who the next chick is. Worry about what you got and what you can bring to the table to be his only woman. Put yourself in position to be that only woman and stop focusing on who else is there. Because sometimes nobody might not be there. And you wasting energy when you could be exerting that energy somewhere else. Another thing women do. I understand the way women minds are set up. When you date a guy that you really like, naturally you commit to him mentally before it's ever a verbal commitment. Perfectly fine. Where you mess up is when you let that guy know that. He don't need to know that. He needs to understand in his mind that just as well as he can still see other women and date or whatever because he's still technically single, he needs to understand that you can do the same damn thing. So if he's worried about you seeing other guys or spending time elsewhere, whatever the case may be, because you're still single, he might put forth more effort invested in you so he can be that only guy in your life as well. But when you done told the nigga, I'm only seeing you, I'm only dating you, it's nobody else around, blah, 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 he don't need that kind of spade in his hand. That's yours. You know what I'm saying? I make it very clear. When I'm single, I live a single life. Point blank, period. If you're not here, somebody else just might be. And guess what? You can't question me. Why? Because I'm single. If you don't like it, don't fuck with me. It's honesty. Dig that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Carry it the same way. You might not be able to word it that way or present it that way, but just make sure that man understands you have the same options he have. Don't give him that I'm only seeing you. You know what I'm saying? Not smart. Not smart. That's all I'm saying. Stop asking the man where we stand. Because whether he say you stand in a good place or you stand in a bad place, his actions are going to show you. Period. Actions are going to show you. Like I said, you're not the only one interested in him. So if you're dating a guy and it's pretty consistent with you seeing him and texting and spending time and all of that, and he's always available for you, guess what? You're in a good fucking spot. It's easy to figure that shit out. You don't have to ask that question. Honestly, the man should be asking. If anybody should ask that question, it should be the man. But once again, actions speak louder than words. I'm not asking that question. Why? Because I'm going off your actions. I don't believe shit nobody tell me. Got my reasons, but I don't believe nothing nobody tell me. Motherfuckers lie nowadays for nothing. As far as I'm concerned, we strangers. If we dating, you got to accept whatever I tell you. And if you don't like it, then you have the choice to not deal with me. But I'm not starting off lying to no goddamn stranger. You just meeting me. You got to accept Ronald for who Ronald is. Just like I got to accept you for whoever you are. No need to lie. Sex. Women are emotional when it comes to sex. I tell women all the time, sex for me is icing on the cake. I had pound cake before. That shit don't got icing on it, and it's still pretty good. Sex don't change how I think. Sex don't all of a sudden make me dumb or pussy whipped or for women digmatized. But guess what? It's some women out there that's like that. And then they slip, I ain't gonna say slip up. They fuck a nigga because they wanted to fuck him in the first place. But then after they fuck him and shit don't work out, oh, you use me or niggas ain't shit. No, keep your legs closed if you're that woman. Keep your legs closed and continue to date. Because what you gotta understand, y'all have the power. Y'all got the power because you just do. We come to y'all. So not understanding how to use your power, a lot of times it shift over to the male. And when it shift, typical niggas take advantage of that shit. So keep your legs closed if you think once you have sex with a nigga, y'all just automatically supposed to be together, because that ain't what's happening. It's 2015. That is not what's happening. You know, whether you have sex with him or not, initially when he meets you, it's a chase. He ain't had sex with you yet, and he's so interested. So keep it that way. Now, if you understand that, by all means, do what you feel. Because making a man wait 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, doesn't guarantee he gonna stay. That nigga could be gone on day 92. Or sleeping with a nigga the first night doesn't mean you're a slut or you're a whore. Or whatever. I'm gonna say the first night, but you know what I mean. Sleeping with a guy fast doesn't necessarily mean he's just gonna hit it and quit it. Because if he hit it and quit it outside of sex, you wasn't interested enough to keep his attention. Period. I mean, I've met women that I've slept with fast, and guess what? They was around for a long time. I met women that took a while, and guess what? They ain't last long. Because honestly, sex was all they had to offer. And sex ain't gonna keep no real man. At all. Typical nigga focused on ass, pretty face, what kind of car she driving, and where she work. Real man focused on looks, career, your character, what's in your heart, what type of man you make me want to be for you, what type of woman you will be for my future, possibly be the mother of my child, mother of my kids. That's what a man is thinking. He's thinking future. He ain't thinking just right now. Yeah, we can fuck right now, but outside of fucking, what else do you got? What else do you got to keep me here mentally? Because sex ain't gonna keep me. So, I mean, think about it, but first couple things I listed, man, stop doing that shit. Because it's not a good look. 1.